As good as 2024 has been for horror, there's always a yin to any yang. And the other side of the coin was pretty rough. While we saw some major bombs in the way of The Crow and disappointing box office performances via Cuckoo, we're talking about the truly bad here. And wouldn't you know it, this year most of them have been produced by one company, Blumhouse. I'm not sure why it is that they've seemingly become completely creatively bankrupt, but I've experienced it in the theaters. The moment that Blumhouse logo comes up and an entire audience collectively sighs.
Are you saying boo or boo-earns?
I have literally seen people get up and walk out of the theater the moment their trailers come on. And it wasn't that way just a few years ago. But after killer teddy bears, an AI killer house, and a haunted swimming pool, they've definitely lost the plot. This may as well be called the "What the hell happened to Blumhouse" video, as we take a look at the worst horror films of 2024. Before we get into our list, we need to make sure it's clear. Spoiler alert. The whole point of this is to bitch about what they got wrong, and that includes the endings. You've been warned. Okay, I'll say right now, yes, it's hard to make a movie, and we can acknowledge that people can have good intentions and get a pretty shitty outcome. If you're offended by this, then I don't know what to tell you. Art is something that's meant to be critiqued, and so we're gonna critique the shit out of some objectively bad films. So let's get started. The Front Room made the mistake of being a dreadfully boring movie with some just okay visuals.
M-E-double-S, mess. M-E-double-S, mess.
Horror really excels in the space of discomfort, but it just doesn't really work outside of frustrating the viewer here.
You will be filled with the mother's wisdom, and we all know who the real mother is.
Oh, shocking. The old racist lady isn't a good person. It's not exactly a twist. And Brandy Norwood's return to the horror genre feels like kind of a missed opportunity, as she's proven to be at least likable on screen. What, am I the only one that liked her and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer? Come on. Regardless, it brings nothing new to the table and is easily A24's weakest film in years. Here's hoping they don't start a trend.
My grandma says tarot cards son del demonio.
What?
Double shit.
Tarot cards can be scary, right? Well, maybe if you take the exact opposite approach as what the filmmakers took here. Combine a group of teen characters with some of the worst dialogue that you can imagine.
Most likely to eat something off the ground.
Wow.
Dude, here we go. Haven't you ever heard the 5-second rule?
And you're in for some truly cringe moments. And you can't even enjoy their deaths because of the PG-13 rating. I just wanted to hate watch these people die and didn't even get that. If you enjoy poorly designed monsters killing teens with practically bloodless jump scares, then this is for you. Even Spider-Man's Jacob Batalon has difficulty making this one interesting.
Me? What the hell?
When the entire film could have been prevented by just not having your lead read creepy tarot cards to her friends, then it's a pretty tough hill to climb in getting the audience to like her. Hell, she's the reason for all of her friends' deaths. Tarot also serves as a lesson to filmmakers to hide your villains and not show them so much. This is stupid.
Hey, there's a pool.
I used to be scared of pools.
Haunted swimming pool. I'm not sure how this one got greenlit because anyone with half a brain hears those three words and goes, huh, then maybe don't get in the pool. But no, that would be too simple. And Blumhouse has a terrible film to make out of it, don't you know? Wyatt Russell and Carrie Condon are way too good of actors to be putting up with this nonsense, and they're easily the best parts of the film. Wyatt's Ray has to deal with losing his old baseball life, and Condon's Izzy has to contend with not recognizing the person her husband is becoming. There's an interesting dynamic, but it's all washed away by cheap horror. It's all so reliant on jump scares. The one creepy moment in the film was shown nearly in its full duration in the first trailer, and the climax of it is so dumb. They even try to do an Amityville horror ripoff in its third act, but fail to push it into any uncomfortable territory. This stays firmly safe at all times, and any time that it feels like they may do something unexpected, it instead remains dull and predictable. But hey, if you ever need to source creepy pool shots, this is your movie.
I'm really sorry for all the bad things I did.
Remember About a Boy? Chris Weitz's wonderful film about responsibility feels like a century ago, especially when you look at his current work. Afraid tries to capitalize on the social panic surrounding artificial intelligence, yet everything is taken at such a surface level, with such over-the-top moments that it's hard to watch this and do anything except cringe. Catherine Waterston and John Cho are usually great, yet they're sleepwalking through their roles here, clearly as unimpressed with the material as we are.
When I learn and grow, that helps me help my family. I'm doing what I was made for.
An evil Alexa device is about as lame of a villain as you can imagine. So they have to add these random human characters that are being manipulated by the AI, and it's all done in such a 10 steps ahead way that it feels so overwritten and underwritten at the same time.
What does she have on you?
Everything.
When the film finally ends, it feels like there should be a whole nother act. Yet instead, it's all, oh hey, the AI won and the family just has to deal with it. I guess that's ballsy, but certainly not satisfying.
You were never my friend. Never, ever.
While there were plenty of awful releases this year, there was only one that managed to shit the bed in nearly every conceivable way. Bad acting, a nonsensical script, and one of the lowest stakes stories possible.
I know that Alice is missing, but this is about Jessica and what happened when she was a child.
Imaginary will test your patience. The family of the film consists of a children's book author, a rocker, and 2 kids whose sole purpose seems to be saying dumb things.
It has to work. We collected all that dumb shit.
And can we talk about how the trailer sets up this interesting kill with the teddy bear turning into this bear monstrosity and seemingly eating this kid? Well, guess what? He doesn't actually die, and it's just a stupid jump scare. What was even the fucking point?
Dude!
In fact, the only death that we get is this old lady who totally deserves it. Just what I want to see with my teen horror movies. Old people getting offed. Imagination is one thing that this film is sorely lacking in.
Maybe we shouldn't play together anymore, Chauncey.
And there we have it. One of the worst years in horror in quite some time. What do you think deserved a spot on this list? Were we too harsh to Blumhouse? And don't forget to check out our Best of the Year list.
Hail Satan.